There's a very special moment in a person's life. It's when you realize you've journeyed through the majority of it. The hustle and bustle, the worries and anxieties have faded into the background, giving way to stillness and peace. At an age when your hair has turned gray, your skin shows the signs of time, and your steps have slowed, you suddenly deeply appreciate the things you once took for granted. A meal with enough flavors, a night of undisturbed sleep, a morning waking up without aches, a day without needing a new medication. Old age isn't just a biological milestone. It's a state of mind where you learn to live slower, deeper, and more selectively. And at that point, health becomes the most precious asset, one that no amount of money can buy. Health is no longer just for the young or middle-aged. For the elderly, health is the prerequisite for enjoying old age fully and happily. Think about it. When you're young, you might stay up late, eat irregularly, and work tirelessly. But as you get older, your body isn't as resilient as it used to be. Even a common cold can keep you in bed for a week. A simple slip can lead to serious consequences. And if you lose the ability to walk and take care of yourself, older people will feel sad, lonely, and even lose their will to live. But the good news is, you can absolutely maintain your health in old age if you start with small, simple things. Every morning, just spending 20 to 30 minutes on gentle exercise can make a noticeable difference. No need for strenuous workouts. No need for complicated equipment. Just three gentle, slow, but effective exercises can help you maintain strength, flexibility, and a fresh spirit every day. Stretching and deep breathing, starting each morning with love. Every morning when you wake up, the first moment you open your eyes is the most important time of the day. It's the moment you decide, how will I live today? For older people, just a knee that no longer hurts, a shoulder that isn't stiff when you turn it, a gentle breath going in, these are precious gifts that life offers. And the first exercise, stretching combined with deep breathing, is how you fully receive that gift. It might sound simple, but don't underestimate it. This movement awakens the entire nervous and respiratory systems and activates alertness for both your body and mind. Start by sitting or standing comfortably. If you feel dizzy when standing for a long time, sit on the edge of your bed or on a chair with a backrest. Close your eyes for a moment and relax your arms. Then inhale deeply through your nose, slowly and fully, as if you're inviting light and vitality to fill your body. As the air comes in, imagine you're receiving the fresh energy of the universe, of nature, of the fresh morning air. Hold your breath for 2 seconds, then slowly exhale through your mouth. As you exhale, you're also releasing all the tiredness, worries, and negative emotions left over from yesterday. Repeat this 5 to 10 times, each time cleansing your mind and body. Next, reach your arms up high. Interlock your fingers, palms facing the sky, and stretch gently. Feel each vertebra in your spine lengthen, each joint awaken after a long night's sleep. Then lean to the left, hold for a few seconds, and then lean to the right. Gently, slowly, and within your comfort level. This is a wonderful way to warm up your back, hips, and even your abdominal muscles, which are prone to degeneration in older adults. No need to rush. No need for many repetitions. Just do it correctly and consistently. You know, the breath is the bridge between body and mind. When you learn to breathe correctly, you're learning to live slower, deeper, and more meaningfully. People who practice deep breathing every morning often have more stable blood pressure, a more relaxed mood, and especially they feel more in control of their bodies, no longer passive in the face of aging. I once met a 78-year-old woman in Dalat. She told me that every morning she stretches and takes 10 deep breaths before getting out of bed. Thanks to that, she no longer felt dizzy when standing up as she used to. Her hands and feet were also less numb. And what she cherished most was that she felt she was still living, not just existing. Joint rotations and full body warm-up, preserving every movement in old age. If someone asks, what makes old age the most tiring? Many might answer that it's the slowness, the aching knees, the stiffness in the neck, shoulders, and back, or the cracking sound with every step. Young people can run and jump freely, but for the elderly, just being able to walk from the bedroom to the garden without holding on to the wall is already a happiness. And to maintain that simple happiness, we need an exercise that seems small, but is incredibly important. Full body joint rotations. No need for anything fancy. No need to go to the gym. Just every morning, after you finish deep breathing and stretching, spend an extra 10 minutes on gentle joint rotation exercises. Wrists, ankles, shoulders, neck, knees, hips. Little by little, as if you're cherishing every part of your body that has been with you through so many years. Start with the neck. Sit or stand straight. Relax your shoulders. Gently turn your head to the left. Hold for 3 seconds. Then turn to the right. Hold for 3 seconds. Next, lower your head as if you're gently nodding in agreement with something. Then lift your head up as if you're looking towards something full of hope. Repeat each direction 5 times. Feel each neck joint relax, each nerve soothe after a long night. Next are the shoulders and arms. Rotate your shoulders in circles 5 times forward, 5 times backward. Extend both arms sideways, then rotate them gently like a slow windmill. Feel the muscles around your shoulder blades awaken, blood circulate, and the persistent aches common in older adults dissipate. Wrists and ankles. Rotate both hands clockwise and counterclockwise. Each hand joint becomes more flexible and agile. Then do the same with your ankles. You can sit on a chair, extend your legs forward, and rotate each foot. Older people who often experience cold feet, numb feet, and cramps will see a clear improvement after a few weeks of practice. Knees and hips. Stand with your feet slightly apart, hands on your hips or thighs. Bend your knees slightly and rotate them clockwise and then counterclockwise. Do the same with your hips, gentle movements like a slow dance. These are 2 extremely important areas because they determine your ability to move, maintain balance, and the steadiness of your steps in old age. Finally, the spine and back. Place your hands behind your back. Inhale, then gently arch your chest forward. Then exhale and bend your back slightly. Repeat 5 times. Each movement is like a thank you to your spine, the pillar of your body, which has supported you for decades. You see, these movements might seem simple, but they are the key to preventing joint degeneration, reducing pain, improving blood circulation, and most importantly, helping older people maintain their independence and proactivity in daily life. I remember visiting an 82-year-old man in the Mekong Delta. Even though his hair was completely white and his back was slightly hunched, he could still take his bicycle out, go to the market, tend his garden, and sweep leaves by himself. His secret? Do joint rotations every morning as regularly as meals. Every day that passes is a day I feel more connected to my body. Standing up, sitting down, keeping your legs strong, preserving self-confidence. Of all the body's movements, perhaps nothing is simpler and more familiar than standing up and sitting down. But at a certain age, that seemingly simple act becomes a major challenge. For older adults, just being able to stand up from a chair without help is a victory. Just taking a few steps into the garden is something to be proud of. That's why the third exercise, standing up and sitting down correctly, is so important. It not only helps strengthen your thigh and buttock muscles and your balance, but it's also the key to maintaining independence and important dignity for older people. The way to do this exercise is very simple, but it requires correct technique and consistency every day. Prepare a sturdy chair without wheels. Ideally, it should have armrests and a suitable height when you sit down. Your knees should not be higher than your hips. Sit up straight with your feet flat on the ground at a 90-degree angle. Your hands can rest lightly on your thighs or extend straight forward for balance. Focus on inhaling, then use the strength in your legs and buttocks to stand up. Don't jerk up too quickly. Don't push your body forward too much to avoid losing balance. When you are fully standing, exhale slowly. Hold the standing position for a few seconds, then slowly sit back down, still controlling the movement. Don't just drop or plop down onto the chair. Repeat 5 to 10 times, depending on your strength. You can rest between sets if you get tired. This isn't just an exercise, it's also a journey of mental training. Each time you stand up, it's an affirmation. I can still do it. I am still living proactively. Each time you sit down, it's learning to control yourself, learning to listen to your body and know your limits. No need to lift weights. No need to run. Just standing up and sitting down consistently every day is enough to maintain your legs, spine, and an indomitable spirit. I once witnessed an 84-year-old woman in Hanoi who practiced standing up and sitting down 15 times every morning. She started on the bed and then moved to a wooden chair in the yard. She said, "On days I exercise, I feel strong and light. On days I'm lazy, my knees ache again." Thanks to this exercise, she could go to the kitchen herself, offer incense to her ancestors. Thanks to this exercise, she could go to the kitchen herself, offer incense to her ancestors, and take her grandchildren to the nearby park. Things that seemed to have left her forever. Why are these three exercises as precious as treasure for the elderly? In old age, people no longer dream of grand things. They no longer wish for lofty goals. What older people need is a night of sleep without being jolted awake by pain, a morning waking up without feeling dizzy when getting out of bed, a day that passes where they can still make themselves a cup of tea, stroll around the yard, and tend to the orchids on the porch. And the three morning exercises, breathing and stretching, full body joint rotations, standing up and sitting down, seemingly just a few small movements, are actually the key to unlocking the door to freedom in their twilight years. Firstly, they help the body retain its remaining strength. As we age, muscle mass gradually decreases. Older people are prone to weak legs, shaky hands, and unsteadiness when walking. Without regular exercise, this decline happens much faster. These three exercises, gentle yet effective, help maintain important muscle groups: thighs, buttocks, abdomen, shoulders, neck, back. They prevent older adults from being blown over by a gust of wind or being hospitalized for months after a single misstep. Secondly, they increase flexibility and agility. When young, we can bend down to tie our shoelaces without thinking. But in old age, just reaching up to get something from a high shelf can cause muscle strain or a sprain. Doing joint rotations and gentle exercises every morning helps lubricate the joints, increase synovial fluid, thereby reducing stiffness, lowering the risk of falls, and slowing down the aging process. Thirdly, they regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, and heart rate. Breathing correctly combined with slow movements is a wonderful way to improve oxygen intake into the lungs, regulate the cardiovascular system, and reduce stress. Older people often have unstable blood pressure and are prone to dizziness when changing positions with consistent practice. These conditions will improve significantly, and more than that, they will feel more in control of their bodies, no longer being led by illnesses. Fourthly, they protect mental and emotional well-being. Not only does the body age, but the spirit of older people is also prone to loneliness, sadness, and emptiness. Every morning, if they can start with a few gentle movements, listen to their own breath, and see their early morning light filtering through the window, that is when their spirit is nourished. It's not just exercise, it's a therapy of self-love. Fifthly, they preserve the dignity of old age. Have you noticed? When an older person can stand up on their own, walk into the kitchen, and put on a warm coat themselves, they will feel confident, useful, and independent. But if they have to depend on their children and grandchildren to help them with every step, they easily feel sorry for themselves, feel like a burden, and give up. These three exercises, though simple, are a silent but powerful declaration. I am still here. I can still take care of myself. And do you know what the most beautiful thing is? It's that it's never too late to start. Whether you are 60, 70, or 85 years old, as long as you still have breath and a beating heart, you can still start your day with a few simple movements. Though slow, though few, but with daily persistence, you will see your body respond and your spirit become stronger. Old age, the golden autumn of peace and proactivity. When young, people often think that strength lies in long runs, strong kicks, and long journeys. But having gone through nearly the entire journey of life, they understand. True strength lies in the ability to get up after a night's sleep, to walk steadily in the yard, to pour oneself a hot cup of tea, and to sit quietly watching the sunrise. It's not old age that makes us weak. It's giving up exercise, neglecting ourselves, and letting time pass by that makes us age faster than anything else. And the three morning exercises, breathing and stretching, gentle joint rotations, standing up and sitting down, are the three fragile but strong threads that keep us connected to ourselves. Breathing correctly is bringing life back to every cell. Each deep breath is a message to the heart. I am still here. I still love this life. Each stretching movement is a greeting to the world. I am not giving up. Rotating the joints is preserving every precious movement. When you rotate your neck, wrists, knees, or hips, you are sending blood, oxygen, and life to every forgotten part. It's also how you say to old age, I am not surrendering, I still want to go further. Standing up and sitting down is the journey of retaining freedom. Standing up on your own is retaining the right to decide. Sitting down on your own is controlling your own life. And repeating that every morning is sowing the seeds of proactivity, self-respect, and dignity, which are the most precious things in old age. Old age is not a withered season. Old age, if cared for properly, can be a brilliant golden autumn, where the falling leaves are not because of decay, but to make way for stillness and profound beauty. Every morning when you wake up, if you choose to spend 15 to 20 minutes on those three simple, gentle exercises, it's not just exercising, but choosing to live, choosing to love, choosing freedom. If you are an older person reading these lines, please don't think it's too late. As long as you still want to live healthily, you can still do it. If you are children or grandchildren, please help your parents and grandparents start today. Don't wait until they are too weak, too sick, or have to lie still in bed. Let every morning be an opportunity for rebirth. Let every breath, every movement, every step become a declaration that old age doesn't mean stopping. It means starting a journey of living slower but deeper, more beautiful, and more self-controlled.